Hello, I'm John Rush from the Emotions Expert. Today I'm going to talk about when you are the odd one out, or when I am the odd one out. A lot of people in life seem to want to conform because it makes them feel good and secure. When you're very, very young and you're sort of not very worldly, you also want to conform. You want to be like your friends, your mates, and other people around you. You want to be part of their group. You want to be part of whatever it is. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel wanted. You don't know much else in life because you're sort of very immature and you're growing. And you want to feel that everybody's around you, loves you, and this is how it should be. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just a natural thing. But as you get older and you learn your aptitudes and you learn about yourself and what you like and how you feel and how you think and how you see life, and that you can do things which other people can't do as well because that's an aptitude or an ability you have, or other people do things which are amazing which you can't do, or you have a feeling of dread about doing something like that because it just doesn't resonate so well with you. And we start to see differences in our lives, and it's difficult because then we start to group. We see different people and we start to become a little bit more mature. We see life differently and we understand life differently, and our sexual awareness becomes somewhat different as well, and we have different things which are put onto us because as we're getting older we get different responsibilities and we're allowed to do things which we didn't do before. And most of this is a gradual process. It's not something which we wake up one day and it just happens, but it happens generally, and some people mature more faster than others, and other people don't seem to do much at all in life. They just plunder and plod around and that's all they ever seem to do. But that is part and parcel of the world we are in and the people around us. And it's very possible that our best mates at school, when we get into our teens, we don't talk to them anymore, or we just nod or from a distance because we've grown apart so much. That's fine. We could also leave home and go to different companies and work in different areas so we don't see a lot of people of our past, and we start to formulate and find other new friends and people around us. And that's how life is. Some people are quite open and they seem to make friends very easily. Other people seem to be not so self-assured and find it very difficult to meet other people, and they stay at home a lot. And some people basically love that. They like to be on their own and that's it, full stop. They're happy in that respect. Other people can't stand being on their own. They get panicky, they get bored, they get very nervous, they get agitated. They have to have people around them, and they will phone and phone and phone until they've found someone. Do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? Do you want to go for a meal? Do you want to go to the cinema? Do you want to go for a drink? Do you want to go anything? Do you want to go swimming? Anything you want. They need some interaction around them, whereas other people, that's the kiss of death. That's the last thing they want. They hate people around them. It's not necessarily that they're introverts. It's just that they see life differently and they don't need to discuss everything with everybody, and they don't need to hear everybody else's story about life because it bores them. They want something a little bit more exciting, something a bit more discerning in life, and not a generality which has been portrayed by others. This is all the kind of thing. But when you look at life, there's no reason why you need to be like anyone else, or there's no reason why you need to be part of a crowd, or it's no need to be a reason why you're part of a group. Now, it could be that you are an introvert and you are a part of a certain group. Maybe you like photography, so you joined a photographic group and you're really happy with that because it's like-minded people and it gives you something to do and it's really wholesome, and that's fine as well. But in other areas of life, you've got to actually communicate with other people. And when you communicate with other people, there are those brainless morons who will always tell you what they think about you. Not that they're anything special themselves, they normally aren't. People who go around telling you all about how they think about this and that and are usually quite brainless. They don't do much in life. They just stagnate and sort of wander along aimlessly like a headless chicken. There's nothing much creative about them. All they want to do is actually make conversation with others, and that's their entertainment by and large. But when you're an individual and you see life differently, you want to move very freely in your own skin. You want to move very freely between lots of different people, lots of different places, lots of different ideas. You want to see things, do things. Maybe you really want to do them on your own or just with one other person because you don't want to be held back by other people's opinions. The problem if you go with a group of people, you want to go somewhere and you see something, I think, wow, I want to see that. There's always somebody who says, "Oh, I'm not going there. I don't want to see that." Right? Well, and then another person, "Well, I'm not particularly bothered," and therefore you don't go and see what you want to see. But if you go on your own or with somebody of a like mind, you can both go together or go individually and do what you want. You've now quenched your desire, and you don't have to be put back by somebody else who can't be bothered or doesn't want to know. And there are those people who are always whinging. "Oh, I don't like the food. Oh, it's a bit too warm in here. Oh, do you want to go there? Oh, it's a long way. Oh, let's go and do that." And they always want their own way. Well, I'm afraid I was never one of those people, and if someone wanted to do that, I'd leave them and they'd be on their own because I wanted to do what I wanted to do. Again, it's not being selfish or self-centered. If you don't do what you want to do and you do what other people want to do, you never do anything yourself. You never go anywhere. You're never quenched. You always go back feeling upset or despondent. "Oh, I never saw that. I wish I'd gone to see that. Why did I go with them? Why did I listen to what they have to say?" Well, you don't have to listen to what they have to say. This is your life. This is what you need to do. You do it. And of course, you will get some feedback. "Oh, I don't know why you had to go on your own. You spoilt it for everybody." I beg your pardon. Spoilt it for everybody. You mean you're all so stupid and thick that I'm the only one that's any intelligence and I left and therefore it's spoilt? If you can't do something on your own and think on your own, you're not worth being with. And you've got to really put it in your own words, in your own, even if you just say it to yourself, that's the main point of view. You've got to be who you are. And being an individual and taking things your way, and people again will criticize, and they will criticize quite often really badly because they don't understand or what you're doing isn't something which resonates with them, or they have a particular view about what you're doing that it's not quite good. "Oh, what do you want to do that? Oh, it's not very wholesome. It's not very this." It doesn't matter what it is. If you have an aptitude for doing it, this is what you need to do. This is your strength. These are your superpowers. Don't let morons put you down because your superpowers don't resonate with what they need to do. And sometimes people can be quite jealous if you go on your own because they can't do it themselves. They're frightened. They need a crowd to feel strong in because they're weak. And if you need to go on your own and do something, then do it. Be the person you want to be. If you want to mix with certain types of people or certain crowds because you resonate because they do this or that, or a sports team or something of that nature, fine, then do it. But if in between all that you have something which is compelling about yourself, then you've really got to do that as well. And so here you have the best of both worlds. You find those which resonate, which you have something in common with, which makes you feel good, and you can chat about it and you can enhance what you're doing and exchange stories about what it is. If it's in sports, you can ask, "How did you do this and how did you do that?" It's all enhancing. But after that, when you go home, you've got another life, which is your life, and it's your unique life. And therefore you may really want to do something which is just akin to you. You may like aviation, you may like cookery, you may like travel, you may like to see old ruins or things. And it's difficult finding partners to do that, and initially you may actually have to do it on your own, but it doesn't matter. And don't take any notice of parents either saying, oh, why don't you play with the other children, why are you always on your own, because that's stupid. They are pathetic if they say things like that. This is their ignorance and their own fears which are coming out because they can't do it, and they feel that they can't talk to other children's parents and say, oh, my son, my daughter's doing this and this and this and this and this. No, they should stick by you and say, okay, you are the person you are, we love you just the way you are, do this, fine, we will stick by you, and we're not an open source information to compare you to other people's children, because there's nothing to compare, you're different. And it's this comparison business which actually gets people down and causes an awful lot of consternation by individuals, parents, friends, family. And if you get some really good friends who love you, and you do meet people like that, they will understand, oh, my mate, and she's this and he's that, and I don't care. They do their own thing, and I see them when we see them, and that's fine. That's absolute bliss. That's how it should be. But don't be put off because other people compare you to other people. That is not on the agenda whatsoever. Don't listen to them. It's not pertinent, it's not proper, and it absolutely serves no purpose at all. You must be the individual you are, and as you get older, when you leave your infancy into your teens and your teens into adulthood, you will find that it's more important to be you, because then you will shine. Where you dress, the way you speak, the way you look at life, what you eat, where you go, the people around you. If you're dull and boring, then that's fine. You're a dull and boring person. If you're bright and exuberant, then that's fine as well. You will find other people similar to that because they will excite you. You will bounce off each other and elevate who you are, where you are, and all of these things. But above all, just be yourself.